India, currently the fifth largest economy in the world, is poised to become the most populous nation on Earth. Its immense workforce has played a crucial role in positioning the country as a global economic powerhouse. Unlike many nations struggling with aging populations and misaligned workforce skills, India boasts a young, vibrant, and productive labor force. This demographic advantage enables India to capitalize on global economic shifts that might seem like challenges to others, but present significant opportunities for its growth. Over the past 5 years, India has gained prominence as a leading destination for manufacturing jobs that were once defaulted to China. With China's rapid economic expansion showing signs of slowing down, many experts speculate that India could now take on the role of the world's workshop, mirroring China's past decades of growth. Aligning with the Indian government's ambitious plan to achieve a $5 trillion economy by 2025, the country is making strides toward becoming a global manufacturing hub. However, significant challenges remain. Currently, India generates only about 1/6 of China's per capita economic output. Despite China's massive growth over the last 3 decades, it is still not classified as a wealthy nation. This highlights the vast potential for both countries to improve living standards for their populations. China's economic rise, while creating geopolitical tensions, has lifted hundreds of millions of people out of poverty. India, following a similar trajectory, could replicate this success and make a profound impact on human development. Can India rival China and the USA? The question remains, can India transform itself into the next economic superpower capable of competing with China and the United States? What advantages can it leverage to fuel its economic growth, and what obstacles must it overcome to realize its full potential? By analyzing these factors, we can better understand India's place in the global economic hierarchy and assess its progress as the world's fastest-growing major economy. India's economic transformation, a historical perspective. India's current economic trajectory began around the early 1990s, coinciding with China's rise. Prior to this, India's economy was a complex mix of Soviet-style central planning and remnants of the British colonial free market system. However, the collapse of the Soviet Union, India's primary trade partner at the time, along with inefficient domestic policies, led the country to the brink of financial collapse. Only a last-minute bailout from the International Monetary Fund, IMF, prevented a total economic crisis. In response, India embraced economic liberalization under the Washington Consensus. Protectionism is a strategy where governments implement trade restrictions, such as import taxes or quotas, to protect local industries. While this approach can safeguard domestic jobs and businesses in the short term, it often leads to higher consumer prices, limited competition, and reduced global competitiveness. For instance, India once imposed high tariffs on imported cars to encourage domestic automobile manufacturing. While this policy ensured that local manufacturers had a steady market, it also resulted in limited choices and lower quality vehicles for consumers. Additionally, excessive import taxes made it difficult for businesses to acquire high-quality raw materials and components, driving up production costs. Instead of protectionism, many successful economies, such as the United States, have used subsidies to support key industries without directly restricting trade. For example, U.S. farmers receive government subsidies to maintain agricultural stability and ensure food security. While this approach still involves government intervention, it does not artificially inflate consumer prices in the same way that tariffs do. India's bureaucratic challenges and the license Raj, one of India's most significant economic obstacles in the past, was its extensive bureaucracy, commonly known as the license Raj. This system, which lasted for decades after independence, imposed strict regulations on businesses, making it nearly impossible for entrepreneurs to start or expand operations without navigating an overwhelming maze of red tape. At its peak, the license Raj required businesses to obtain approvals from as many as 80 different government agencies before they could legally operate. This created an environment where bribery and corruption were commonplace, as companies often found it easier to pay off officials rather than comply with excessive regulations. The burden of bureaucracy not only discouraged small businesses but also deterred international companies from investing in India. Large multinational corporations preferred to set up operations in countries with more business-friendly environments, However, the reforms introduced in the 1990s significantly reduced these bureaucratic hurdles, leading to an economic boom. Foreign direct investment increased, businesses expanded, and industries such as information technology and telecommunications flourished. The manufacturing sector, India's next growth engine, historically, countries that transitioned from agrarian economies to industrial powerhouses experienced rapid economic growth. Manufacturing plays a crucial role in this transformation by creating jobs, attracting investment, and increasing exports. China's rise as the world's manufacturing hub was largely driven by its ability to offer low-cost labor, efficient infrastructure, and favorable business policies. As wages in China rise and trade tensions with the West persist, many companies are now looking to diversify their supply chains. India has positioned itself as an attractive alternative, offering a vast labor force, government incentives, and a growing consumer market. However, challenges remain. India must improve its infrastructure, streamline regulatory processes, and enhance workforce skills to fully capitalize on this opportunity. India's rapid growth trajectory presents both opportunities and challenges. As the country continues its economic transformation, it must balance industrial expansion with social development, ensuring that prosperity reaches all segments of society.